Hello everyone. So did you understand yesterday's graphical lecture? Okay. So did you draw the graphs? If you are having any doubts, you may ask. Today we are moving on to the next topic, that is equations of motion. These are called as kinematical equations of motion. There are three equations of motion, very important. This is the basic thing which you start from 9th standard. It is very important for 10th standard also, and if you take science after 10th standard. Okay, this is a very basic thing of physics, basic equations of physics. Okay, so the equations of motion by graphical method, you are having derivations, just like you have proof in geometry. Okay, in geometry you are having proofs. You have to draw a diagram and you have to prove a theory. Okay, a theorem. Do you remember? Do you know? Have you heard about theorem? You had theorems last year in 8th standard also in geometry. Similarly, you are having derivations in physics. You have to draw a diagram and you have to derive at a particular equation. You have to show how you got the equation. For derivations, you cannot write your own method. You have to write the method which is given in the textbook. Even though there are several methods, you have to write the derivation which is given in the textbook only. So what are the three derivations? We will be seeing the three derivations today for the equations of motion. It is called as kinematical equations of motion. Okay, so the first equation is V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Suppose there is an object or there is a vehicle who is traveling with initial velocity U, who is increasing the velocity and reaching the final velocity t in time t. Let the distance traveled be s. Okay, so in such cases it follows three equations of motion. I repeat, suppose there is an object or a vehicle which is traveling with an initial velocity u, and it is increasing its velocity and reaching a final velocity v in time t. Let the acceleration be a and the distance traveled in that time be s. Then it follows three equations of motion. The first equation is v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, that is the second equation. Third equation is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, where v stand for final velocity, u stand for initial velocity, s is distance or displacement, distance traveled or displacement, a is acceleration, and t is time. I repeat, v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, s is distance or displacement, okay, a is acceleration, and t is time. Okay, in this, the first equation, that is v is equal to u plus at, is a velocity time relationship. Okay, the question could be derive an equation showing velocity time relationship. They won't give you derive v is equal to at. They will give you the question derive an equation showing velocity time relationship. Okay, now the second one is displacement time relationship, and the third one is displacement velocity relationship. That means this equation is a relation between velocity and time. This equation is a relation between displacement and time, and this equation is a relation between displacement and velocity. Okay, hope you have understood the three equations. So what are the three equations? V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as, where v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, s is distance or displacement, and t is time. Okay, the first equation, that is v is equal to u plus at, is a velocity time relationship. The second equation, that is S is equal to ut plus half a t square, is a displacement time relationship. And the third equation, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, is a displacement velocity relationship. Now we may move on to the derivation of the first equation. What do you mean by a derivation? Derivation will be a 3 mark or 5 mark question. You have to draw a diagram and prove how you got the equation. You have to derive the equation just like you have theorems in geometry. Okay, you cannot write your own methods, you cannot write your own steps, only what has been given in the textbook. Okay, so this is the first equation describing the relation between velocity and time. I have written only the calculation, how you got the calculation. You have to write whatever is given in the textbook. According to the textbook you have to write. Okay, all that part, figure shows the object starts from point D in the graph till v is equal to u plus at. Till there you have to write. I will explain how the equation is derived. So this is a graph. Okay, this is a graph shown for an object who is having an initial velocity u. Okay, initial velocity, consider it is about 20 to 25. So there is a value, okay, in the beginning. Okay, so it is on y-axis, velocity on y-axis, time on x-axis. It is a velocity time graph. Okay, so it is having an initial velocity u, it is reaching the final velocity v. Okay, so the final velocity is OC and the initial velocity is OD. It is having an initial velocity u, reaching the final velocity v. So at the beginning the velocity is here and the increasing the velocity till here. So OD, okay, OD is the initial velocity and OC is the final velocity. This is the graph. We had drawn the graph yesterday. So as it is a uniform motion, it is a straight line. So this is a straight line, that is DB, that is the graph. Okay, they have extended from B till the x-axis, that is taken as E. There is a horizontal line drawn perpendicular, that is point is taken as A, and there is a perpendicular towards the y-axis drawn, that point is taken as C. So it makes a trapezium. Okay, but we don't have to find out about distance traveled in this equation. This equation is a velocity time relationship. So in that case, acceleration a is equal to v minus u upon t. This equation we know. Acceleration a is equal to v minus u upon t. So a is equal to OC minus OD upon t. OC, that is OC, that is v, OD is u. Okay, so v minus u, that is OC minus OD upon t. Okay, now cross multiplying, but OC minus OD, this is OC. Okay, this is OC and this is OD. Here there is D. Okay, OC minus OD means OC minus OD. What is remaining? CD is remaining. Okay, so OC minus OD is equal to CD. So instead of OC minus OD I wrote CD. So equation becomes A is equal to CD upon T. Now cross multiplying, okay, you will get CD is equal to AT. Okay, now here BE is equal to BA plus AE. BE, okay, BE, this is BE, there is a point in between, that is A. So BE is equal to BA plus AE. I repeat, BE is equal to BA plus AE. So BE is equal to BA plus AE. But we know that BE is equal to OC, which is equal to V. BA is equal to CD, which is equal to AT. AE is equal to OD, that is equal to U. I repeat, BE is equal to OC, that is equal to V. BA is equal to CD is equal to AT. AE is equal to OD is equal to U. Now substituting these values in this equation, that is BA is equal to BA plus BE is equal to BA plus AE, you will get it as BE is V, BA is AT and AE is U. So the equation becomes V is equal to AT plus U. By rearranging it, you will get the equation V is equal to U plus AT. Okay, so this is the basic calculation part. The theory part you will have to write. Okay, so while writing on page number 8, you may see what you have to write. You may mark. Okay, you may mark from the initial the object starts from point D in the graph with velocity u. Its velocity keeps increasing and after time t it reaches the point B on the graph. The initial velocity from there till this is the first equation of motion. Till there you have to write. Okay, you may skip this draw a line parallel to y-axis, that paragraph you may skip. Okay, that much you have to write. Drawing the graph is compulsory. You have to draw the graph. Okay, so this is the first derivation. If you are having any doubt, you may ask. Okay, now the next. So this is the next equation, that is the second equation. Question will be equation describing the relation between displacement and time. We know what is the equation. The equation is S is equal to ut plus half at square. Suppose an object having initial velocity u increase its velocity to v in time t. Let the acceleration be a. Those who are finding it difficult to learn what is in the textbook, according to the textbook, may write minimum at least this much. Okay, don't write all those points, only those points which I write on the board. Okay, you might get marks. Your teacher might cut marks, but not all the marks. Okay, because the derivation is there. Okay, only those theory parts it is not there. So, suppose an object having initial velocity u increase its velocity to v in time t. Let the acceleration be a. You have to find the distance travelled. This is the graph. Again the graph is the same. Whenever you derive an equation, your graph should be there. Okay, if there is a diagram in the textbook, you have to draw that diagram. In our case, in our textbook, they have shown the diagram, that is graph, only once. But whenever you get an equation, derivation, you have to draw the graph. Whenever equation means only these three equations. Okay, so the diagram is, the graph is there. There is an initial velocity showing OD. This is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity, and this is the graph. So in the other lecture we had studied, whenever you have to find out the distance travelled, you may find out the area. Okay, area below which it covers. So in this case, there is one rectangle. This area you have to cover. There is one rectangle and there is one triangle and there is one rectangle. You have to cover that area. If you find out the area of that part which has been covered, then you will get the distance travelled. So I will show you. Distance travelled is equal to area of quadrilateral. Area of quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral. What is the name of the quadrilateral? It could be OEBD. Okay, OEBD. This is the quadrilateral. The area of quadrilateral OBED is equal to area of triangle. This is the triangle. What is the triangle? ABD. Triangle ABD plus area of rectangle. Okay, this is a rectangle. What is the name of the rectangle? OEAD. Okay, rectangle OEAD. This is the rectangle. Okay, now how will you find out the area of a triangle? Area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height. What is the base here? The base is AD. And what is the height here? The height is AB. Okay, hope you have understood. Half into base into height. What is the base? It is AD. And what is the height? The height is AB. Okay, and area of rectangle, how will you do? It is length into breadth. Length is OE and breadth is AE. So it is OE into AE. Okay, now we will see. But AD is equal to AD. It is the time. Okay, AD is the time. AD is also time. OE is also time. So AD is equal to T. What is AB is equal to? AB is equal to CD. In the other equation we had found out, calculated, CD is equal to 80. CD is equal to 80. Okay. Now the next one, OE. OE is equal to T, that is time. And the last one, AE. What is AE? AE is U. So AE is equal to U. You should be able to read the graph basically. AE is U, OE is T, BE is V, BA is CD equal to 80. Okay, now substituting this in this, you will get it as, instead of AD, I will write T. Instead of AB, I will write 80. Plus, instead of OE, I will write T. Instead of AE, I will write U. So, it becomes half T into 80, that is AT square, plus T into U, that is UT. You can write TU also. So, what you have found out? You have found out the distance travelled. How do you denote distance travelled? It is denoted as S. So, it becomes S is equal to area of quadrilateral OEBD, that is area of triangle, this part, okay, the total part. So area of triangle ABD plus area of rectangle OEAD. Okay, so area of triangle is taken by the equation half into base into height. This is the base, this is the height. So half into AD into AB and OE into AE, that is the rectangle. AD is equal to T, AB is equal to CD is equal to 80. From where did I get it? I got it from the first equation. Okay, and OE is equal to T and AE is equal to U. Substituting, I will get half into T into 80, that is plus T into U, that is half AT square plus UT. Therefore, the equation is equal to S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay, so this is the equation. This is the second equation. Okay, you may write this in your notebook. This is the short form, but while writing exams, you have to write it completely. Okay. The third equation is equation describing the relation between displacement and velocity. What is the equation? V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. What does V stand for? V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration, S is distance traveled or displacement. Okay, and what is T? T stands for time. Now I will show you how to draw the graph. In the other two parts I had drawn the graph. The same graph you have to draw here also. You have to draw the graph Okay, the time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. Time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. You have to draw a graph like this. This is the actual graph. They have marked this point as D and this point as B. Okay, this point as B. They have extended part like this till here. They have taken this point as E. This is the origin. They have extended this and marked this as A. This point as A. They have extended till here and marked this as C. Okay, they have marked this as C. Now as this is having an initial velocity, this much velocity is taken as U and this much velocity is taken as V. So this is the graph. Okay, there is, suppose an object having initial velocity U increase its initial velocity to V in time t. Let the acceleration be A. Okay, so the object is with initial velocity. It is not starting from 0. Okay, it is starting from some other value. Means we are taking from that value. Everything starts from 0. Okay, every vehicle starts from 0, but we are calculating from a particular point to particular point, and there is, we are calculating from this point to this point. Okay, that time to that time. So there is an initial velocity u and it is reaching a final velocity v. Now we are going to find the distance traveled to find a relation between displacement and velocity. In the second equation, we divided this into two parts, into one triangle and one rectangle, into one triangle and one rectangle. In this equation, we are going to consider it as a whole together. Okay, I will take OD here, BE here, and this is DB, and this is OE. Okay, so this becomes OEBC. Okay, if I move it, if I twist it towards the right, okay, if I rotate it, then I will get it this way. Okay, I will get it this way. This will be, this is C. Okay, this is O E B C. Okay, so these are the parallel sides. These are the parallel sides. They are parallel. Okay, I'll show you. These are the parallel sides. OC and OB. OC and EB. They are parallel. OC and EB, they are parallel. This is the height. OE is the height. OE is the height. And this is the slanting side. So this becomes a trapezium. It becomes a trapezium. Okay, it becomes a trapezium. So if you have to find out the distance traveled, you may find out the area of trapezium. Trapezium what? OEBC. OEBC. How will you find out the area of a trapezium? With the equation half into sum of parallel sides into height. This is the equation. Okay, to find out the area of a trapezium. Okay, so we will find out the area. So this is S. This is S is equal to area of trapezium OEBC, half into sum of parallel sides into height. Now half into, what are the parallel sides? Parallel sides are OC and EB. So OD, it should be OD. Sorry. OD. BE. I'll show you. OD, BE, and this is the trapezium. Okay, so this is the trapezium, OD and BE. So these are the parallel sides, OD and BE. So the sum of parallel sides will give you OD plus BE into, what is the height? Okay, what is the height? The height is OE. Okay, the height is OE. So it will be OE. Okay, so that it will become like this. Now, what is OD equal to? OD equal to U BE. BE equal to V, and OE equal to this is the time, okay, that is T. Now substituting, you will get half S is equal to half into, what is OD? U, BE V, into OE, that is T. You will get this much. Okay, have you understood? I repeat till here, I will repeat till here. Suppose an object having initial velocity u increase its velocity to v in time t. Let the acceleration be a. You have to find out distance travelled. Distance travelled, you have to find s. You may take the trapezium O, D, B, E. This is the trapezium O, D, B, E. Okay, these are the parallel sides OD and BE. If I rotate towards the right, you will get the trapezium like this, OD, BE. Okay, so the parallel sides are OD and BE. So you will get it as half into OD plus BE into height. What is the height? Height is OE. So it is OE. OD is equal to U. BE is equal to V. BE is equal to CO is equal to V. OE is equal to T. Substituting, half into U plus V into T. Okay, till here you may write. Now you may see half S is equal to half into U plus V into T. But we know that A is equal to V minus U upon T. That is, T is equal to V minus U upon A. Okay, T is equal to V minus U upon A. Now T is equal to V minus U upon A. We are going to substitute it here instead of T. So we will get it as S is equal to half into U plus V into V minus U upon A. We will get it like this. Okay, this I am going to rearrange. So I will get it as half into, or I will take that one. Okay, I will take that one into it. This you will get it as V plus U into V minus U upon 2A. This U plus V, I have taken it as V plus U, V minus U into 1. That one I have not written. 2 is a denominator, A is a denominator. So 2 into A becomes 2A. Okay. Now this cross multiply, it becomes 2AS is equal to V plus U into V minus U. Now what is A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. We know it from the law of indices. A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. So V plus U into V minus U will become V square minus U square. So 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. Now rearranging, This I will become to bring it to this side. So equation becomes 2as plus u square is equal to v square, or v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so I have derived at the equation. So I repeat, if you are having the question, derive an equation describing the relation between displacement and velocity. Those who are finding it difficult what has been written in the textbook, they may write what I write on the board. You may write this sentence itself. Suppose an object having initial velocity u increases its velocity to v in time t. Let the acceleration be a. To find the distance travelled, S is equal to area of trapezium OEBC. How will you find out the area of a trapezium? It is half into sum of parallel sides into height. This is the trapezium. These two are the parallel sides and this is the height. So half into OD plus BE into OE. By putting it, you will get it by substituting the values, you will get it as S is equal to half into U plus V into T. But we know that A is equal to V minus U upon T. Cross multiplying, we will get V minus U is equal to AT. So what will be T? T is equal to V minus U upon A. Okay. So substituting this V minus U upon A instead of this T, you will get it as S is equal to half into U plus V into V minus U upon A. Now this I have rearranged and written this U plus V, I have written it as V plus U. A plus B is equal to B plus A. 1 plus 2 is same as 2 plus 1. Okay, so U plus V I have written as V plus U into V minus U upon, okay, this is upon this one. Okay, so that will be upon 2a into 2 into a, that is 2a. Cross multiplying, you will get 2as is equal to V plus U into V minus U. 2as is equal to V square minus U square, because a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Then 2as plus u square is equal to v square, or v square is equal to u square plus 2as. That is the third equation. So I repeat, if you are finding it difficult in the textbook, you may write what I write on the board. Okay, you may write it in your notebook and learn that. Okay, but if you are having a question on derive an equation, you have to draw the graph, write this statement is compulsory, and the derivation. You have to write it just like what I have written or according to the textbook. Okay, these three equations are very important. Out of these, generally they ask either the first one or the second one. Generally they ask the first equation, so it is very important for you to learn the first and second. Third one they generally don't ask, but you should be knowing it. Okay, hope you have understood. If you are having any doubt, you may ask, but today itself you may write these derivations in your notebook and learn it. Okay, thank you.